We can see the recruits have got 3 years.
Right.
And you've given them how much money?
Each is getting £100,000.
£100,000.
Right.
When you handed over that, first of all, how did you choose out of the 8,000 or 9,000 who was going to get it?
We did a series of tests. The first test was the written test, and then after that we went through a psychological profiling, if you will, to make sure that they have the right temperament to become a trader. And then we did the final interview, and we offered the basic 15 the job. It's a job.
And did you get your hands dirty in choosing them?
Oh, I always get my hands.
Well, I suppose what I'm saying is, you did the psychological profiling, you did all of this other stuff, but, you know, you're a man who's made millions, so you know in your gut if they've got it.
Well, to succeed in trading or getting involved in the market, the key is training the trader, and training the trader. You cannot teach the trader. You must train him.
Yeah.
So I had to find out that these are trainable people I can work with every single day for the next 3 years.
I disagree with you on one thing,
What?
sir.
That's what makes it a market, by the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I disagree with you. Traders have to learn the mechanisms of trading, but traders are born. And it doesn't matter whether they're trading fruit and veg in the market, fish in the street, or stocks and shares. It's a mentality.
And that's what the experiment is all about. Is it nature or nurture? You say nature, I say nurture. I can nurture anybody to become a successful trader. I'm staking my reputation, my legacy on it. Anybody that can come to us, I can train, and we can make him a trader.
But you've chosen people who are predisposed to being good at it by your own admission.
No, I chose people that are predisposed psychologically, but
Right.
they have no idea what trading is all about.
Ah, that's mechanisms. That's nuts and bolts.
No. I mean, I have a guy that doesn't know what long is or short is.
But there's something
He
about...
hasn't seen a chart before.
No, but he could trade anything. He could trade gold, he could trade commodities, he could trade fruit and veg.
Absolutely, that's what I'm going to trade them. As long as we can plot it on a chart, we can trade it. They can trade shish kebab for all I care. I will train them to do that.
Have you taken anybody completely randomly as a control, just to see if it's going to...
Everybody is a novice in this group. Nobody is a professional. I have about I have two FX dealers that came in, but everybody else is completely no experience.
Just going to pause for 1 second, because whatever nerves of steel or whatever other analogy you want to make about trading, look at these pictures that are coming into us now. These are the astronauts arriving for the final flight of the Atlantis space shuttle. They're just arriving at the moment in Florida, where, of course, the final preparations will take place. We'll have more on this in a moment when we get to see them. It's the last shuttle flight of a multi-decade program that costs hundreds of billions of dollars. And the launch, of course, is on Friday, July the 8th. It's at 11:26 local time. Look, I'll tell you more about this in a moment. I want to come back to Mike here, because this is just as fascinating. Okay, so when they do their trading, can they trade anything?
Absolutely.
Derivatives?
Absolutely.
CDSs?
As long as it's chartable, yes.
Chartable?
As long as they can see it on a chart and apply the rules that we are going to give them, then they can trade it.
What's the number one rule that you're telling them?
The number one rule, you have heard, of course, the term buy low, sell high.
Well, that's, yes.
And that's why 90% of the people in the market lose money. The idea is not buying low and selling high. The idea is to buy high and sell higher. You need to have sufficient demand. When I buy something today, it has to be strong. It has to be excitable in demand, so I can turn out to sell it to you, so I can take my profits.
See, I discovered a long time ago that I couldn't sell water in the desert. Simply couldn't do it. I can tell you why Greece might or might not default, but I cannot sell. I've got no trader instinct.
And it's not instinct, it's rules. If you know the rule, can you drive a car? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, exactly.
Not very well, but...
by being trained, if I train you, then you can drive.
Right.
That's it.
So, here we go. It's a 3-year experiment, correct?
Right.
So you put 1.5 million up.
Right.
12 months from now, what do you hope that 1.5 million will show?
I hope I can make them back.
So what, 3 million?
The idea of me doing this is a business proposition.
Right.
I'm not doing this for philanthropy. This is a business. I know that we can train the traders that they can become succcial.
What's the most unusual trader that you've got?
The most unusual...
From the 15?
From the 15, I have a housewife.
Right.
Okay. I have 2 poker players.
Ah.
I have a taxi driver, a cab driver, and we have a guy that is unemployed.
Finally, Mike, this is fascinating. We're going to follow this closely.
Absolutely.
Finally, Mike, have you got a secret suspicion or feeling that you know who's going to do the best? You don't have to tell me who it is, just in your own instinct.
I have to tell you, I've been doing this training for many, many, many years. I always get pleasantly surprised.
Fine. I'll give you a nasty shock. Okay. If you'd like to give me 100,000, I guarantee you...
Can I lose it?
Hey,
if I train you, I'll give you the 100 grand.
I'll have fun, but I'm not sure you'll like the surprise at the end of it. Many thanks indeed. There we go. Many thanks indeed.